we are now joined by Ahmed Sayed. Ahmed, international relations expert. Welcome, sir, to Qnews and to our very special coverage, of course, breaking news on a very special day today that we are all celebrating together. Mr. Sayed, how does this exchange fit into the broader context of the truce between Hamas and Israel? And is it a sign of real progress or just temporary relief, sir?
After greeting to you, and I think that the process of exchange is the third batch since the beginning of the ceasefire that been presented before its time, that supposedly it was the next Saturday, but the problem of the Israeli prisoner Yehuda would represent a great obstacle of the agreement of the first phase. In light of the reluctance of the Israeli Prime Minister and the government to know the fate of Yehud Erpel, the Israeli captives in Israel, prevented the return of the Palestinian displaced from the north into the north, and had a condition to get information about the Israeli prisoner. Hamas already gave its information and been replaced with other two in addition to 5 of the Thai nationals captured by the factions. For the deal reflects the great challenges and obstacles yet Egyptians' effort with partners such as Qatar and US through the joint operation room established in Cairo that played a great role to facilitate any or to remove any obstacles before the executions, and there are factors help in completion of the deal. Egyptian efforts along with the mediators. Also, there is an interest before Hamas and Israel to end at least the first phase of the deal, as Israel is benefited of the release of their captives by Hamas after its failure throughout 15 months to liberate them forcibly and militarily. So Netanyahu had responded to complete the deal, and which is the goal. The visit of U.S. envoy to the region is a great factor, reflects the pressures of President Trump on the necessity in the completion of the sale and of the deal and the ceasefire and exchange of the Israeli-Palestinian detainees.
Sir, do you think that the exchange could pave the way for a longer-term ceasefire, or is it more of a tactical move to provide a temporary break in hostilities there?
I think there are great challenges ahead through the second and the third phase of the deal between Israel and Hamas. The first phase looks less harder, that witnesses the exchange of captives and prisoners of both sides, and partial withdrawal of the Israeli forces of the residential areas. I think the second phase is going to be the hardest. That would include a complete withdrawal from Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip. And there is a rejection of such a step within Israel.
Mr. Sayed, I'm very sorry to interrupt you, but why do you see that the first phase is the easiest phase, and The second phase is going to be the most phase that's facing challenges. Why do you read it this way, sir? And why do you think that there's challenges that are yet to face us? Why don't you think that this move will facilitate the two other phases?
I think, according to the agreements article, the articles of the first phase included the exchange of hostages and delivery of the humanitarian aid and the return of the displaced people to the north and partial withdrawal. But the issue of the second phase that would include a permanent ceasefire and cessation of the war as the withdrawal of the Israeli forces. In the third phase that would include the process of reconstruction. There are great disagreements of the far wing that wish the completion of the war and to have enough with the first phase. Also, there are spectacle of at Netanyahu because he wishes to move from the second. The only thing that would help in moving forward is the role of America. If President Trump will continue pressuring Netanyahu to complete the agreement, that would be a decisive factor, as Israel do not wish to withdraw completely from the Gaza Strip, particularly Nord Stream and Philadelphia corridors. And along with the North, they wish to have a military management that's rejected by Hamas. The agreement says in a full withdrawal of Israel, so the second phase would require more efforts, more of the role of mediators, particularly the American side, to continue pressuring Israel to continue to complete all the phases of the agreement.
That was Mr. Ahmed Sayed Ahmed, an international relations expert. Thank you so much, sir, for your insights and for your valuable informative knowledge